Hello everyone, NG back again with another Psyker build for the second day in a row. This one was by popular request, and it is quite a powerful build. I don't think it quite rises to the status of the lightning build, but it's just another variation on that. It's great at dealing damage with our damage over time abilities. We're going to be focusing on Soulblaze with this one. So we're using the Void Blast staff. This is the staff that lays down like a little circle on the ground, then explodes. It's really good at providing CC for large groups of enemies, so you can stagger things like you can actually knock crushers and maulers and stuff to the ground. So it's very good for that. And we're trying to get crits with it because if we get a crit with it, we're going to apply stacks of Soul Blaze to all these enemies. We can also apply Soul Blaze through our Blaze Force Sword, which has the exact same blessing, which is why we have crit chance on both of these, just for that extra little bit of chance at proccing that Soul Blaze. Now, there's a few other ways we're going to get Soul Blaze. One is through Perilous Combustion here. That's from killing elites or specialists, which is nice. And then Wildfire, which spreads between enemies that are afflicted by Soul Blaze when they die, which we're going to be hopefully doing often. This synergizes really nicely with Soul Drinker, which is going to give us 5% of our toughness back and 5% crit chance every time an enemy dies from Soul Blaze, which is in larger hordes is quite often. And then we have Soul Blaze on our venting ability down here, just like from the Electroshock build that I was showing. What was it, yesterday? Man, it feels like an eternity. This is working well with In Fire Reborn out of Warp Siphon to make this nice cycle where we're getting our ability up a lot more quickly because all these enemies are Soul Blazed, and when we kill enemies with Soul Blaze, they give us warp charges, and warp charges are going to reduce our cooldown and allow us to cast more abilities in a short time. We're also using Empiric Resolve for this build, which is going to allow us to cast 40% more before we have to quell or vent to get rid of all that peril. And just like always, we come out here, we pick up this extra 5% crit and this 20% damage as our peril increases. As far as curios, just flat toughness, and then more toughness. And then I like combat ability regen, but you can choose whichever you want. I just would recommend double toughness for the curios, and then maybe some gunner damage resist or combat ability regen. Even money if you're getting broke like I am. Oh my god, I'm almost out. Anyway, y'all, that is the build. It is it's a very capable build. It's pretty good to play with a team that has a lot of tanks because you can just stand behind them and splash and knock all these enemies to the ground. I would not recommend trying to solo carry with it because you are a bit squishy with that Empiric Resolve, but you will do a lot of damage. And if you want to see me do a lot of damage, I'm about to hop into a game. If you don't want to watch that game, you're welcome to leave right now. Just leave me a like and perhaps subscribe if you like the content. And I hope you have fun playing Darktide. For everyone else, there's MasterCard, and we're going to hop into a game here. 90% chance it's going to be Rolling Steel. And, oh, I guess it's actually not. Wow. We're hopping into mid-game or somewhere in action, so let's see how this goes. Okay, and we died. This is the second game in a row this has happened to me. But hopefully the loading screen won't be very long. And I love how the mod is coded to type lol here if you didn't get anything done. All right, well, that being said, let's reload into the lobby and then press M and then quick play again. And this time, it's almost guaranteed to be Rolling Steel. There we go. All right. All right, we like Zealots. Zealots are good. They're a nice front line. Keep the enemies busy for us while we splash a ton of damage onto them. We have one of each flavor of zealot, but they all have the throwing knives. Curiously enough. Nobody wanted to bring any of the actual grenades. Alright, so of course it's rolling steel, because, you know, it's 50% of all quick play missions right now. What are you going to do? It'll be a nice short demonstration, at least, to make up for the time we lost by having to queue twice. Shame on those people in that first game for losing. If only I'd been there 5 seconds earlier, probably could have saved them.
That train isn't on schedule. I want all sectors on alert.
Alright, this is actually a very nice mission to play with the staff because enemies are going to be tightly grouped together. Any hallway-related missions, very strong with the staff. Cast, and we're gonna get our vent off in here. A few more heads. And then we'll swap to our sword. Remember, our sword can also apply Soulblaze if we crit, which we did right there. And then you can see that Soulblaze sort of propagating through all of the enemies. Stay off of him. Alright. First zone done. Let's go ahead and put a big pop out there. Vent all the way down. The game can be a little bit scary with this build when your toughness gets low, because we have, remember, 30% less ability to regen it. We gotta get ourselves the fuck out of here. Thankfully, the staff does keep you safe to some extent because of the built-in CC that it offers. Double vent. Oh. Man, if only we could refresh our dodges by critting with the staff. That'd be nice, huh? Alright. Tweet, tweet. Tweet, tweet. Getting this thing to land where you need it to is an art unto itself. That's a good amount of Soulblaze enemies there. You see our warp charges immediately fill up. And we can keep him covered really nicely by continually just channeling the explosions on his location. It's just such a nice build to have someone who can do a health replenish or a toughness replenish, like veteran shouts or the what is the idle thing for our lovely zealot friends. blow it up for them. Gotta get sniped, huh? Not quite. Alright. We made it through all that, only losing a tiny, tiny fragment of health. Alright, here's where we shine. Let's knock down all these lovely enemies trying to come and get us. Pass behind us too. I want to get snuck up on. Alright, this is going to hurt a little bit. Just hoping I don't get thrown into anything bad. So, like, generally, the more your team can stall for you, the better. Because that allows your Soulblaze to cook. Let him cook, is what I say. Wow. Very nice. You're gonna fucking hit me in the back, bro? I don't think it's very nice. You clap, Mercer. Know what you're up to. It's my job to keep them clear of any threats. And all this trash, too. That might have been my bad. Who's to say? Let's go ahead and dot them up so they die. Leave me alone. Very nice. About to get barked at by a dog here. It always seems to happen, doesn't it? Alright, and that's the build, guys. I have no idea what our actual damage is going to look like at the end of this. But I have an idea that it feels like it's pretty good. I feel like we spent a lot of our time just casting unimpeded, which is nice. And we kept ourselves relatively safe. I mean, we took, what, 2 damage? The whole time, more or less? Yeah, very nice, in fact. Double the damage of our nearest ally. And look how much of that was that burn. A full 1/3 of our damage was from Warfire, just by virtue of getting it spread out to all those enemies and just letting it cook. The more stall you have on the team, the better. It may not be a speedrun build, but it is a very, very potent build. We took 11 damage, so there you go, guys. Hopefully you don't mind seeing rolling steel all the time. I hope they come out with more operations, because I like having a quick mission at the end of these videos, rather than making you sit around and watch 30 minutes of gameplay. It's good to just show off a 10-minute success. Alright, y'all. Another cool build in the bag. Let me know in the comments if you're enjoying the new update, and especially if you have any requests for new builds that I could be making and showcasing. Thanks, y'all. See you next time. Bye.